Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as New England. Now, in the last video, we started up the Civilian Conservation Corps. We're getting working on some rural electrification. We got the Green Mountain Boys ready to go. We're gonna get working on some more fancy schmancy stuff as we go ahead and move forward. So, let me get my timer out. Excuse me. I was searching up a podcast that I was curious in listening to again. But evidently, I couldn't find it on Spotify, so I pulled it up on my browser, and I started listening to it a little bit in the break. It's, listen, but I figured I got some more time, so I'll go ahead and do another part. Get 5 parts for a full week of uploads for you lovely people. So this should be the Friday upload, which is going up on, well, Friday. Let's go ahead and invest 100 political power into that. Let's get a civilian factory. Let's get them to assist with our economy as well. I think that's the best play. Union of Burma's joined the Third International. Weapons cache has been looted, so let's check the faction map mode. New England's doing pretty well. The Entente, I should probably say a bit more clear. The Dutch have joined. Spanish have joined. Belgium's kind of hanging out. Ireland has joined. Norway has joined. And Assyria just joined. It's interesting because I have not seen Assyria before. I didn't realize Assyria had a whole focus tree, but that's cool. I really like that. That's neat. Anyway, let's go ahead and get working on. Fuck, what do we even work on? Can work on new rifles. Let's get working on new generation mountain infantry. Actually, that's pretty appropriate for us. Let's go ahead and get out of this little portion. And yeah, there we go. Pretty solid legitimacy going for us. Let's go ahead and hold a presidential Goodwill tour. Why not? So Russia's taking out the Lash Order. Some stuff going there. See, could do welfare for work or the Labor Managerial Relations Act. Let's give us extra factory output for 150 days and boost Cindy support. I don't know if that's the best. We could do one of these, but I'm not the most worried about that. Let's go ahead and do the labor management. What is it? I think we'll do labor management relations app, and when we can do social security. Unions have proven to be a menace to American society. The combined syndicates to our south have plunged the economy to chaos, pitting brother against brother for the second time in 70 years. Legislation must be passed to keep them in line. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? PSA's having a little issue, a bit of an issue. I have faith that they'll figure something out here. I have a feeling this is going to be a fun little event. Today, map makers from a geological survey rejoice as a long-standing border dispute between Vermont and New Hampshire has finally been settled. New settlement fixes a boundary between the two states for 200 miles along the Connecticut River. New Hampshire's jurisdiction begins with the original low water line on the west bank of the river. For nearly 150 years, the two states have been arguing where that line ran. Both states collected the taxes from property owners, and there was a current debate between the states as to which would control the bridges and control powerhouses. A.F. Hassan, chief of a cartological section of a geological survey, said that some map changes in the past 20 years had been significant enough to change the geographic text, but obscure enough to mostly only affect scientists, road builders, and engineers. Most of these changes happened as a result of rivers changing courses. Following a fixture of the Vermont-New Hampshire Board of a Geological Survey began to look for other erratic rivers that may have changed course and therefore could drastically change the boundary lines. Perhaps this could be the end. So, New Hampshire loses 4 population and Vermont gains those 4 guys. I think that's fun. I like that. Small little event, but I like those little niche events. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Two main fire trails. As most heavily forested state, Maine is highly susceptible to large fires quickly growing out of control. The CCC can be directed to work on the creation of rural roads that serve as a double purpose, containing forest fires for limited areas, as well as to serve to expand the road network throughout the state. I think that works pretty well, so let's do that. Through the night with the light from above. We're getting there. We're working on it. Oh, that's a mighty amount of socialists there, Greece. Are you okay? Okay, do these guys... These guys do get a focus tree now. Well, I wish you luck on that, Greece. I do. What do I want to work on? Let's do... really care about tanks, if I'm honest. I heard they're a bit meh in the new update anyway. I don't know if there's been any changes in Kaiserreich or the base game to change that at all, but that's my understanding. Let's do fuel refining, I guess. Not that we even have refineries, but I don't know what else to research there. I can't save them all. Oh, well, that's a little, unfortunate there. I don't know if I can really do much in order to help them out, but... Actually, I don't even think I can join. Let's remember Lexington and Concord. So what's our industrial base? We have... We need more divisions, that's what's up. Here in our corner of the United States were first heard the shots that rang across the world back in 1775. Forefathers were willing to take up arms to defend their rights against the overreach of the British government across the Atlantic. So too must we during this troubling time that were looming on the horizon. There may soon be an occasion at which the surviving government of a civil war in Washington turns its north not in a posture of reconciliation, but in that of hostility. Probably a good idea, honestly. We have no war support. Stability is solid, but we have nothing to make up for that. Beyond that. Commune... I doubt they're justifying against us. Let's work on the new generation of rifles, I guess. I don't think I'm too picky. Could we get working on another unit at a time? We can. That's excellent. About another other unit? We can. I think we'll deploy those guys off the bat. I think I'll move these around, because this is our main little army anyway. And I don't like how these Cindies are all amassing over on this border. I really don't, if I'm honest. We'll stop exercising these guys. Oh. Oh, that's why they were doing that. Okay. Well, that certainly explains things. I did not realize we were going to war this quickly. But yet here we are. So, let's ensure clear skies real quick, boys. With a large portion of the industrial power of the U.S. under hostile control to our south and west, we'll have to prepare more robust defenses to defend against any incursion by enemy air power. As war comes to New England, we must be sure to keep our military and civilians, ensure that once again our skies will be clear. Well, this is interesting. Oh shit, that's right. This is really interesting now because, well, we can't be called into war. I'm stretching 8.5 miles. The industrial marvel connecting the borders of New England and Canada finally been finished construction. Connecting the state of New York to Ontario, only the state president Joseph Martin Jr. officially dedicated the bridge to New England, declaring that it marked the period of continued friendship and camaraderie between the Americans and their northern neighbors. With his blessing and dedication, the bridge will open soon, much to the cheer of Canadian and American onlookers. The brainchild of David Dr. Steinman and Dr. Holton Robinson, refugees from New York City. The British Construction Authority is shared by the Thousand Island Bridge Authority and the Federal Bridge Corporation Limited of Canada. The bridge's construction rate was incredibly fast and 10 weeks ahead of schedule, taking only 16 months for completion. Fantastic feat and testament of cooperation between the two nations. The design of a span fits the regional topography, producing the beautiful bridges of artistic grace and attention to detail. The colors chosen to match the surrounding environment. Following the President's declaration of civilian military vehicles began across the bridge, first of many, as the bridges served its intended purposes as an indestructible physical bond between the Canadian and American people. Huzzah. Well, this is certainly interesting. Since we didn't have enough of a refugee problem on our own, a huge number of refugees have now been directed towards New England from the Dominion of Canada. The reasoning is apparently that this is an American problem, which should be handled by Americans. We have no choice but to deal with this as best we can. Thanks a lot, Canada. Can't save them all. Yes, yes. Okay, we don't have any command power. Kind of limits our options there. Darn. Team in Ohio has made contact with a similar group of travelers who revealed that they were fleeing towards safety in Canada. They revealed that they were attempting the flight fully on their own with no contact supplies of their own, could offer them passage west towards New England, but the inflated numbers of our party may draw unwanted attention from enemy patrols in the region. However, they are not likely to reach either Canada or New England by themselves. Let's offer them our help. Guess we will also offer them our help. And I think from there we might want to do the some other things. That'll get us nice and ready, and then we should do the victory gardens, I think. Arguably, we should have done this off the bat, but let's give it some time. Without the Great Plains breadbasket, our nation will find itself struggling to feed both the civilian population and the military. We shall encourage the civilian front to begin growing their own vegetables in their very own gardens to lower the price of vegetables needed to feed our boys. With more meatless Mondays, our civilians will enjoy eating the fruits of their labor, and our military will appreciate the money that can be spent elsewhere to aid the war effort. Yeah, why not? Also should probably stop exercising these boys. I'll deploy these guys off the bat. We'll exercise them a little bit. We'll exercise them until, let's say, the 22nd day? Until this is finished. Oh, fuck. Was first considered a non-issue, the Yankee Clipper hurricane arrived on Long Island September 21st and would only a few hours later turn out to be the largest hurricane to set foot in New England since the Great Colonial Hurricane in 1635. Moving north from Long Island to Connecticut, Rhode Island, and up through Vermont, the storm cost the lives of close to 700 people. By the end of the devastation, over 57,000 homes were destroyed or damaged, and road networks all across the New England region lay in tatters, with projections estimating that it would take us months or years just to reopen them to traffic. God save us all. That's not nice. Okay, we said we'd wait till the 22nd. Well, let's hope we're ready. Oh shit, I took a little bit too long on that. Hopefully our org will be okay from here on out. Victory Gardens. And then we could do the Southern Fire, it looks like. Let's do the Second Declaration of Independence. New England Provisional Government was created by Canada. It's true, but we are established enough now that it's time we stood on our own feet. Less Canadian reason for intervention is not what they suggested, and they have more nefarious aims. You never know. Well. Oops, I did not mean to decline that. Well, what we hoped to avoid in 1937 has finally engulfed the nation. New England's found herself drawn to the conflict. Accordingly, many of our industries are shifting into wartime production to provide for our troops in the field. The Army's needs rapidly swell due to the conflict. Whatever lingering effects of the Great Depression remained are quickly swept away. Unemployed men and even some women are being conscripted into the armed forces or the factories as they replace others sent to front lines. Together, we must ready the swarm. Rally to the flag. Excellent. So let's go ahead. Let's get some close air support going. Let's get our Green Mountain boys. They don't have a attack line. That's probably a good idea. We'll move into Penn, New York City, New Jersey, and then try to take all three of these states. I think that's the best play. Already, we're moving to Tig. I think this is Erie. Probably up the speed a little bit. Then from here, improved decimetric radar. Freedom. Let's do the Moore Dam. Designs for the Moore Dam on the border between Vermont and New Hampshire on the upper Connecticut River will allow for regeneration of vast amounts of power to reach a population of the rural Northeast who largely lack access to electricity. Let's do that. And then what are we, how's our construction coming along? Construction, there it is. We'll get working on a, we'll get a factory done soon enough. And impact. So it looks like we're getting ready. I don't think we'll quite take New York. Well, let's go through Long Island. And I'll do... We did just start the war, so I don't want to just leave you guys with nothing on this. So edit mode. Can I not extend it to there? I can't. That's a little lame-o tomato. Let's continue to push. We'll take Newark. When the Great Civil War broke out, the government of New England found itself divided regarding participation in the war. With the popularity of isolationist groups such as America First, many New Englanders hoped to wait out the war that threatened to consume the New World. As the Great Depression persisted, the economy of New England struggled immensely. It was not until the Second Square Deal under President Blank, the economy of New England began to show signs of recovery and growth. With its economy on the road to total recovery, the factories, once producing shoes and cars, are now producing military trucks and uniforms as the threat of war grows nearer every day. Many in New England have begun to see the conflict for what it truly is, a battle for the true America, and New England cannot simply sit away from the war idly. The time has come to reclaim the country from those who drove into the chaos. Air raid drills are being practiced daily from around the schools in New England, and young men and women flock to recruitment centers, eager to serve their country in its hour of need. The odds are heavily stacked against New England. Most of the other factions have had far more enormous manpower reserves and industries. Nonetheless, history has always favored the bold, and the industrial might of the American Northeast should not be underestimated. Our factories on the ground will churn out more and more, while our planes above will ensure the skies remain safe and free. Like our ancestors in 1776, we will not be intimidated by the odds, as the tree of liberty will not fall to reactionaries and revolutionaries that seek to file it. We can't leave America in the darkness. Let's see how we're doing so far. We have a pretty somewhat lacking. We only lost a few people, which isn't too bad. Making some nice moves into Penn. We took... Faith and religion have long been keystones in New England. While some question whether or not that would remain true as a nation descended into chaos with the outbreak of a second civil war, it appears that even in time of crisis, New England faith remains as true as ever. After years of construction, the second largest church in New England was finally dedicated with great happiness and satisfaction to Lewiston's French-Canadian population. During the mid-19th century, Lewiston experienced an influx of French Canadians who came to work at the local textile mills. These Catholic migrants desired a place for worship, and for a time the parishioners worshipped in the basement of St. Joseph's Church. Because of a large number of French-speaking parishioners, a weekly mass was moved to the nave of St. John in 1872, but the number of parishioners simply outgrew the nave. Thus, the construction of a new church began with the cornerstone of St. Peter's, constructed in 1872. In 1881, the Dominican Fathers of Lille, France, and Quebec took over the administration of the church, and by 1889, the parish was known as St. Pierre St. Paul de Lewiston, Maine. By 1905, the parishioners numbered 10,000. The splitting of the parish from 1907-1923 led to further delays of the project. Serious work on the project was resumed in 1933 despite the ongoing Great Depression, and finally constructed in July of 1936. At completion and finish, now the church has finally been dedicated by the Diocese of Portland. The church has 2 organs, both made by Cassavant Ferret, a Canadian organ building company in Quebec, were also dedicated this year. Not only does the completion of a church reaffirm New England's traditional values of piety and religious freedom, but also reflects the growing ties of the French Canadians to their adoptive country. Love to look forward to seeing you this Sunday. Whoever said that is clearly not talking about the Dogboat Show, because we don't have uploads on Mondays. We also don't have time to continue this little adventure we're having, although I will go ahead. Move to partial mobilization right off the bat. That's all the time I have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this content in the future, hit the sub button for more uploads every weekday, as well as occasionally Saturdays. I'm going to try to keep go back to doing that. If you have any comments, feedback, and certainly leave it in the comments section below. I read all the comments again. Appreciate any feedback you might have for me. If you want to chat, play games, any sort, check out my Discord. If you want to see bucks, I have a Patreon. Want to see me do sort of live, I have a Twitch, all written in the description box below. That's really it for now, boys. I thank you for watching as always. My name has been Dogboat333, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.